Hey folks, Todd here. Today we're going to install the Husky liner's rear wheel well guards on this 2023 F-250. The tools I'll be using for this installation are a ratchet with a 10mm socket, and to make things a little easier, I'll also be using a trim tool with a microfiber cloth. Let's go ahead and get started. Now we are on the passenger side. We're going to do this on the passenger side. Everything we're doing here is done the exact same on the driver's side, just kind of a mirror image of it. So what I'm going to do is first show you the liner. Wheel well liner is going to have a PS, stands for passenger side, that's stamped into the liner. That's how we know we've got the correct liner. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clear out a couple of hardware bolts that are inside from the factory. So we're going to take a 10mm ratchet and socket, or you can use a ratcheting wrench, whichever, just 10mm hardware. So we're going to pull out this bolt here. And then we've also got another bolt on the opposite side of the wheel well. Same type of bolt, it's going to come out as well. Now we want to retain these bolts because we're going to reuse them. All right, next I want to go ahead and turn your attention to the inside of the wheel well. These two holes right here. Now this one is a round hole towards the rear. We're going to take one of our included J-clips or U-bolt or U-nut, and we're going to slide it in place. And it's going to clip in place, and that way we've got threads back behind this area. Now on some applications you can do the same thing with the U-clip behind this oval hole, but we've got a little bit of a flange right here, so we're not going to be able to install this into that flange. We're going to be holding this back behind and lining up to the bolt that we go through on this location. So we'll come back to that when we start lining up the bolts holding the liner in place. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and grab our wheel well liner, go up to the tire, and what we're going to do is kind of hold it like so, turn it sideways, and let the corners go inside the wheel well, and just kind of wrap it over top of the tire. That's going to get us started. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to tuck into this area first, bring it around and tuck into this side. So lift it up, get this corner started, and get that set in place. Then as we lift this up, this is going to kind of get shoved up in place up here. We're going to tuck this corner. Let's lift that up and get that in there. Now we want to go ahead and start working this in all the way around. So I'm going to take a little trim tool as well as a microfiber cloth so I'm not scratching anything up. And I'm going to start working this in. I like to work from the bottom up to the top. All right, now that we have it in place, what we're going to do is go ahead and find our hardware that comes in the kit. So we're going to have a couple of black bolts. You're going to notice we've got a hole here and a hole here. Those holes are going to line up to the factory holes. This one's got the clip behind it, and this one will have a clip behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up to the hole first. Once I get that lined up, I'm going to go ahead and get it started into that J-clip. Then on this side over here, we're going to put the J-clip behind, run the bolt through, and get that one started as well. Now that we have those two started, we're going to take our factory hardware and run those through the holes and into their threaded holes as well. I like to get everything started before I tighten anything down. All right, once we have all of our hardware started, we can go ahead and take our 10mm socket and tighten everything down. Just get it nice and snug, no need to over tighten them. All right, now we can go ahead and repeat the exact same process on the opposite side. Well, it's just that easy, and that concludes the installation.